5 legitimate reasons INFJs remain single. By the way, you guys, my beard has gotten so big that I have to put the microphone on the outside, because if I tuck it underneath my beard, it muffles the sound. So a subscriber asked me if I was single, if I was in a relationship. And then they asked, if you're not, may I ask why? To which I replied, I am single for the same reasons that most INFJs are. So I'm going to give you 5 legitimate reasons INFJs remain single, and then in the comments, I would like for you to share your ideas and your thoughts as well. Please hit the like button now and subscribe if you haven't yet. Let's dive in. The first reason INFJs remain single is that we have unbelievably high expectations and standards for ourselves. This is legitimate because INFJs, naturally being perfectionists, honestly, we feel like no matter how much work we ever do on ourselves, it's never enough. And it's rooted in a sincere desire to want to bring as much to the table as we possibly can to a partner that we would choose to love for life. We don't want to be ill-equipped to be in a relationship with someone because we understand how our issues would make not only our partner suffer, but also potentially our children and then the extended family members down the line and in the future. The second reason, legitimate reason, why INFJs remain single is because they have extraordinarily high expectations and standards for the partner that they want to attract. And this is legitimate because if you as an individual have high standards for yourself, is it not fair to want your partner to have those same kinds of standards? I think that's legitimate, you know? For example, if an INFJ does not do drugs, they probably don't want another INFJ that does drugs. And I think that that's legitimate. I recently read an article stating that most men have approximately 3 preferences that they're looking for in a mate, and that women have some 300. Okay? I don't know how accurate that is. I can tell you, speaking as an INFJ man, I have more than 3 standards, okay? I would imagine that if the average woman has 300, that INFJ women, maybe they have 3,000. Or maybe you're a rare INFJ woman that has just a few simple things that you're looking for in a mate. I don't know what the accuracy of that article is, but I do think that there is some truth to it. Leave in the comments your thoughts on that. The third reason INFJs remain single, and this kind of ties in with number 1, and that is that a lot of INFJs have a tremendous amount of trauma that they've dealt with in their lives. In my last video about beards, I talked about how a lot of introverts in general, but I think especially INFJs, have a tremendous amount of self-doubt, insecurity, and they don't want to bring that into a relationship. And so if they're really traumatized, they will remain single because they don't want to hurt their loved one. And I believe that that is a legitimate reason. The fourth reason that INFJs choose to remain single, and this one might seem overly obvious, but a lot of times if an INFJ makes it, like, say, past their 20s and into their 30s, they find that they enjoy their privacy and their time alone, and they prefer being alone. And it's not that the INFJ would be opposed to a relationship, it's that, you know, coupled with these first 3 that we've already talked about, if the individual is not going to be willing to honor the INFJ's need for time alone, then most INFJs would rather just remain single. The fifth and final reason that INFJs choose to remain single, and I believe that this is legitimate. It might sound like an excuse, but I do believe that this is legitimate, and I'll explain why. is that INFJs, being true introverts, being empaths, being usually HSPs, and requiring a massive amount of time alone, it's extremely exhausting to go out night after night after night and, you know, do what it takes in modern dating. It's not that the INFJ is not willing to put in work and effort for a partner that they deem truly valuable and worthy. It's that it's exhausting. What are your thoughts? Hit the subscribe button. I love you guys. Thank you for tuning in. No right or wrong answers. Open discussion. And above all, love yourself. Love God. Do your best and leave the rest up to God. And if it is in His will, and should the fates align, you will find a mate in due time. Have a blessed day. And I'll talk to you in the next video. Take care.